Okay, alright, guys. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. Actually, this evening, uh, I ran into a tweet over the Twitter, and this tweet really got my attention. So I decided to, lay or throw more my little light on it because this is of a great concern. If you really look into our society today, you will find that this particular issue is a pressing issue in our society today. So when I came across this tweet, so I decided to okay, let me you know talk a little about it. And the tweet comes from someone called with this Twitter handler Kola the Princess. According to her profile, she's a writer and she's a YouTuber too as well. So the tweet goes this way, and according to Kola the Princess, this is the tweet. She said, "Hello, everyone. I've heard this for long. I've heard this for long, but I can't anymore. I'm so tired of living in my home because of the abuse and violence that goes on. I live with fear in my house. I have to speak up before my mom ends like Osinachi." And possibly all of us, we know the story of Osinachi, what happened to Osinachi. So I continue. "I can't let my mom die at her age of just 43. The mom, she's just 43 years old. So in the second thread, she said, "I'm scared and trembling as I write this, but I can't let that fear keep me from speaking up. I hid my problem so the world won't know because my father is the only one I have who sponsors I and my siblings to school, feeding and housing. I'm scared of losing these things." This according to Kolade Princess. So on the third thread, she said, "My mom also takes all this pain because of his Minnie, that's Miney. She wants us to become someone big in life, and that includes schooling and fathering. My mom gets treated like trash because of a man who doesn't love her, but ended up getting married to her." So on the fourth thread, she said, "He beats her like a punching bag over little things that isn't supposed to be an argument. Threatens to kill her, divorce her, and thinks she is witch too. Insults her of her illiteracy. How her family are nothing to write home about." This is coming from Kolade Princess. So on the sixth thread, I left the fifth thread because the content is not much about something to say. But if you really want to know what she wrote she has on the, or she has written there on the fifth thread, you can still go to her handle. I have said it, Kolade Princess. So you check it out there. So the sixth thread says, these are the threads that got my attention really. So Monday 17th October 2022 at 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. My mom was almost killed by a man she calls her husband. I recorded some of the videos while the beating, shouting and wailing was going on. He noticed I was recording and slapped me severally. So this is the tweet from Kolade Princess. So this is an issue of union, the issue of marriage, and it's also relates to the issue of a relationship too. So actually, this happens in our daily lives, in our daily families, you know, different homes. It happens. So the issue here is the issue of abuse, and when if you go through my tweets, or for those who are with me over the Twitter, you understand that I tweeted something similar, and in regards to marriage and the relationship itself. So the issue of abuse, the issue of what dispute. Watching from this thread now, you find that the Kolade's mom has been in a severe pain. She has been in a severe pain, and it has led to to not just dispute. It has been to lead to beating, you know, hurting. You need to watch the video. Go and watch the video. You need to watch the video. You see the marks on the mom's body. But yes, this has happened. But most times, we human beings will overlook the generator of a cause. We forget about what cost might have caused this. And this is, I think, let's go back to the days of the relationship, the courtship. For me, I think this is the day, or this is the time we really, most people overlook the red flags. Kolade, Kolade Princess mom will not say that she did not see this red flag. She will not say she did not see the red flag. Definitely, anybody that you are relating with, or be in a relationship, or in anything, or courtship, definitely it will come up. You will notice it in one way or the other. Your partner or the person in question will, do something that will give you a red flag that something fishy might happen in the future. So, but most times we human beings, we overlook this, thinking that it will be a bygone. But this is where we make most of these mistakes. I'm not saying because maybe I'm I'm getting it right, or I know it all. But from my experiential knowledge, and from the things I have seen, this is why I'm saying this. Many of us have overlooked the red flags on illuminating things that doesn't even matters, that shouldn't be the priority, but we are not making it a priority. We will now overlook the basic things that should make the foundation. For me, this is what brings about disputes, because if we should look at the right things and make the right choices, all these things will not happen. It will not happen. The abused, the dispute, and the rest of them, they will not come up. They will not come up. So in our growing days, we overlook all these things. That's why in future we face it. And another second point there is the lifestyle we are living. We forgot that the payback will come. Yes, definitely the payback will come. We cannot run away from it. Whatever we do, the payback will come. Most of us think that, okay, when we grow up, or when we continue this journey of life, at a point we'll escape it, or change our ways of life. We forgot that whatever we have done, definitely we will feel what we have done in the past. It will come up, and that is what I tag as the payback. I always tweet about this. I always write about it. That is what we tag as I tag as payback. The payback day, it will surely come, and it might come when we are married or when we have children. But at that point, or at that time when it starts happening, people will now look at the old days, your ways of life, and the way you lived your life. They will now look at it. Okay, your partner is doing this to you, is beating you, or is doing, or having disputes all over, But they will not remember the days, all those days, the way the person is living his or her life. They will not concentrate on the present. But in this issue now, it is totally condemnable. It's totally condemnable, and the from what she have tweeted, I'm not saying that I'm not taking any sides. When you look at the tweet, it's totally condemnable for the man to beat his wife, for the man to beat his wife, even injure, giving her injury. So it's totally condemnable. It's not right for him to do such thing. But why we see all these things, for me, this is a lesson to us, especially we the younger ones, to go for the priority, to go for the things that matters. Not like some of us who, what covers our head these days is money. Just the humiliating things that I use, that word I use. We go after is, if not money, nothing else. Okay, if somebody should say something like that, we'll talk about, okay, we say that person is talking garbage, she's talking nonsense. That I'm going, if the person is not worthy, if it's not rich, that I'm not getting, or there's no point of relating with the person. Then at the later day, when you go for the things, just as I tweeted, when you go for the things that you wanted, yet you are still crying, you are still having the pains. What is that extra thing that is missing? You still go for the money you wanted, you still go for the handsomeness that you wanted, you still go for the beauty you wanted, you still go for the height you wanted, yet something is missing. I've met several persons within these years, and each time I try to relate to them, I understand that if you are not talking about these material things, if you are not talking about this, all you are saying is garbage. Yes, it's garbage. So going back to these tweets, this is a very painful uh, experience, and for such children to be in. For me, it's totally condemnable. It's not something that should happen to anybody or any part. Handsomeness, like most of us, these are the things. Within us, we know that this is the thing we went for. Some of us we went for because of the beauty, we went because of the handsomeness, or the money, or because of the physical appearance of the person. But we forgot to look into things beyond. Am I really, really attached or connecting with this person? I could remember this lady I met. She told me that we need to connect first, that she's not feeling having the connection. And she said the right thing. But some of us cannot even speak up. We cannot say, look at where we're getting it wrong. Let's slow it down. Let's take it step by step. We just jump because of things, and most of us are too emotional. We allow our emotions to control us, which is not supposed to be. So we should be able to go for the things that matters. That is just my take on it. And to this tweet is totally condemnable. No man should ever try it. No man should ever try it. And for me, is the the man, just as the okay. Let me. There is a tweet below the thread, below this. There is a comment below the tweet rather, by Toby Dynamics. That is the first comment. That is the first comment below the tweet, and his comments really got my attention. I saw him as someone who has a word of knowledge, and according to him, he said there is more to this, and apparently that missing pieces remains hidden between your mom and your dad. Apprehension isn't the solution. Get mommy away from him. Give her medical treatment till every other things get sorted out. Although there are other comments below who that are against such thinking, but they did not understand what he was saying. But for me, the tweet is very strong and sound. He really showed me that he's a deep thinker. Yes, there is more to this for him to, for both of them to engage in such an act. There's more to this. There's more to this which is unknown to us. So most times we shouldn't comment on issues we don't know much about. So there is more to this. There's more. So on the second comment there, by Kevin S435596, according to him, he said the way people like Una, they the reason for this life, they scare me at times. Like, what can ever justify hating a lady or someone you feel you are more stronger than? Una go just open una gutter, they talk rubbish. This is coming from Kevin S43755596. Actually, Kevin did not understand the first tweet, the first comment. He did not get what he was saying actually. But from what I, took or pick up from what Kevin said, what can ever justify hating a lady? But the person in question, Kevin forgot that the person in question is not a lady, it's not a girl. The person in question is a woman. From what Kevin is saying, there is no justification, and which is right. There is no justification to hit a lady or to beat her. So, which is a point there too. So, for me, that's why I always say that we should chisel our heart, we should chisel our mind. We should cultivate the heart of love. Definitely, if each and every one of us cultivate this heart, you find out that you as a person will be attracted to someone like you. That is just it. And when the wrong person comes, definitely you just see the red flag there. You'll see it. So we should be able to cultivate that heart of love. I always talk about love. Some people will talk about, you are talking about love, love, love. But yes, for me, this is the foundation of everything. Even with that money you are thinking of, even with that money you want maybe, or you want people to be talking about, you will make all the money. At the end, you will still be in pain. So why can't you go for things that matters? So that it will be woven with love. That is the foundation of everything. Even in anything you do, if there is no love in it, it's just a waste. You keep on having pain. I don't need to. I know I'm always coercive in my talks. Yes. And I have to be. That is just my own way. If we don't cultivate this heart of love, forget it. You can make the whole money in this life, yet something will be missing in your life. That is just it. You can go and be a billionaire, yet something is missing. And you will now find yourself that even someone who doesn't even have the money to that extent is even better than you. Most people are just gullible, which is something I call deceptive relationship. Most of us, this is what we are into. Within us, we know that we do not love this person, but due to out of our gullible and acts, we will be there just to get what we want, or the emulating things, the money, or no, just to get it. And at the end of the day, we will now find out we'll start getting attached to that person, but that is not real emotional attachment. That is not it. So we should be able to go for the things that matters. These are my little ways, and I'll continue to bring more issues up, issues like this, and I will throw my little word of knowledge over it, and writing. And no man should hate a woman. And for you, for the woman, I don't see the reason why you should, if you really love someone, there's nothing, even your emotions will be controlled by love. So the reason most times you see you as a woman, as a lady, as a girl, you talk to your man like that is because of there is absence. There is absence of love, even though you guys are together, but there is absence of love in it. You and I know there is absence of. That is why you can talk. But when you see a woman who loves the man and the man loves the woman, they will be as one. I know what I'm saying is from experiential knowledge. I know what I'm saying. I've met people, I've sat with people who loves you won't talk to you anyhow. So let's cultivate this spirit or this heart of love, and so that these disputes in family and marriages will be minimized to an extent. I really appreciate your time, watching this video. I really appreciate, and please share this video and like this video. Share it to your loved ones so that it will be a lesson too to them, and they will listen to it. Thank you very much, and peace to everyone. Thank you very much.